Hi there, welcome back to Sunnyside Journals. It's actually the same day. I'm not sure whether I'll upload this video on the same day, but it's the same day that I recorded the last video, and I'll put the link down there. That's why I'm doing this. My mind's going faster than my mouth can. I just thought I finished the covers for golly, what's the name of it again? The Attractive Home. And they're downstairs and they're drying because I spray sealed them. But I'm having fun, and I want to get working ahead. So I thought I'd work on some signature papers. And I've got an idea. I'm going to see how this goes. I should have cleared some space before I started taping, but oh well. Here we are, and here you are. Now, what I want to do is get started on folding some papers. And I want to use a bunch of eclectic papers. So I just started grabbing off my shelves some interesting papers, guest papers. These papers have actual leaves and grass right inside the fibers. Birdwatchers papers, guest book. This is just tea-stained onion skin paper. Some children's school notepad paper. Oh, I had that sitting in a glob of Mod Podge. Ah, jeepers. Oh, and I got the doll paper in there too. All right, well, let's get rid of that. Oh, and of course, there's water there. Oh, my goodness. Such is life. That's what makes it interesting. All right, now I got glue all over me. All right, so I'll have to trim that off the doll paper. All right, so let me tell you what I was thinking I'm going to do. And then I'm going to start folding and arranging, and then I usually start piling them together how it starts feeling good. What I thought I would do, since I have so much, hold on, let me get some of these, is I have got boxes and boxes and boxes of writing stationery. And I thought, why not tuck a whole bunch in? But of course, some of them are quite a bit smaller than what the size of a signature would be. So I still want some papers that would be a standard size for the signatures in this book. What have I done here? I've got tons of these sheets of this. I think they're doll patterns for porcelain dolls. And it's just pretty paper. Don't know what it would have been used for, but I found it in a thrift store. Look, isn't that cute? German dolls, it used to say up there. Yeah, I might make a few signatures out of these. I'll put it aside for now. So, I'm trying to decide 5 small signatures or 4 larger signatures. I prefer uneven numbers. Maybe 3. No, this is going to be that's definitely 5 smaller. That's definitely 5 smaller. That's Tyvek. I do use Tyvek if I'm completely remaking a spine as opposed to simply refortifying a spine that is still there and just needs a little TLC. This book, the spine was utterly destroyed, and plus it was too small. It was only like a 1/2 inch thick. So, and I wanted to make this book a little bigger. So, alrighty, so let me grab a spread here from, these are the original signatures, and I just want a spread so I can see how big I want it to be. I'd like to find one that doesn't have much on it, but almost every single page has a beautiful illustration on it. And I usually like to grab a spread that really isn't any good, and I'll write on it. I write template on it, and see, look, I can't use that. Can't use that one. These all these illustrations are so pretty. Nope, they've all right, let's see. Oh, look. Every single page has something gorgeous. Campbell's varnish stain. Maybe that one would be good, although that's kind of cute. That might be the one to use. Campbell's stain graining process makes the woodwork in your home distinctive. Color your old straw hat and make it like new. Color right does it. Oh wow, isn't that pretty? Maybe I'll just use the back of this, because that's pretty. I want to use that Campbell's varnish stain. All right, let's put you away. Now, usually what I do is because I won't be able to rebind this new version of the book as tight as the original one was, I usually make the pages a little bit smaller. Plus, that allows me a little space to add laces along one edge. So I'll make a template is what I will do. And then I'll start telling you what I'm thinking about. So, how big are you? Right now you are 5.5. And I think I want you 4.25. Or, pardon me, 5.25. That means 10.5. All right. 5.25 or a little bit more. 5.5. That's quite a bit. You know what? I'm going to do 5 and 1, 2, 3/8. I'm going to do 5 and 3/8. Simply because you can trim more off, but you can't glue it back on. And I do like it to be the original height. All right, let me get this out of the way. Get rid of you. Where's this? I'll make use of this many, many times as I'm getting papers ready. It's just something I do. Goes in my offcuts. You can make little notepads. There's always stuff to do. All right. Oh, jeepers. Sorry. Hazardous work making junk journals. Template. I will lose this on my desk. I always do. And then I have to hunt for it. All right, so this was 5 and see, I've already forgotten. 5 and 3/8 by strange 7 and 7/8, which means opened it is 11, 10 3/4. So full spread is 10 3/4 by 7 7/8. All right. So now what I want to do is, for the first and the last signature, I have these things from, I think it was like an old binder of an address book. I keep odds and things in here. So I thought AH for attractive home. Now, I'm going to, fortunately, it's on both sides. So I'm not sure if I want it to go down at the bottom as a tab from the bottom or from the top. I think I want the top. Mind you, I might want laces. Lacy tabs at the top. I guess it doesn't matter right now because I'm going to be trimming this. So let's just trim it. I can make those decisions later. Oh, looks like that plastic is the exact, there's a plastic reinforcement. Oh, there, that's deal done. I'm just going to cut the plastic reinforcement off. Now I'm going to try and get my cutting board back here without bashing my phone stand. I'm going to leave, normally I should probably trim a little bit off, and I'm not going to yet. I'm not going to yet because I want my other covers back and I can start feeling them out, sort of to see better what size I want. I don't want to start slicing this up, botch it up because I don't have the covers here, and then be sorry that I ruined the A and the H. So I'm going to do a little bit of preparing, and then I'm going to try my best to be patient. And so that's first signature. I think I'll put this on the last signature. And then 2 and 3. I'm just going to use some nice off-white for the outsides of 2 and 3. All right, now, where is all these? These are all, oh, that's the end papers. Duh. I love these. These were from a box of wedding invitations I found, the kind that you buy and then you print on your own computer. But I tried tea staining them, and the embossing totally goes you lose the embossing altogether, so it's got to stay white. I can distress ink it, but I don't think I'm going to, and I don't want white. Oh, I just dropped paper. So what I want to use is, like, look at that little fella or little lady, whatever. Oh, she's got a little bun in her hair, but boys wear buns. I grabbed a sheet of this. I grabbed a sheet of buzzy little bumblebees. Some Victorian ladies. Not sure if I want those. They're quite white. Oh, here's another one of that little fairy with the wishy. Those. Oh, some swans. It's just plain, but I like it. Oh, some little blue polka dots with little kittens. Nice. I just grabbed, so I haven't sorted out yet. More swans. Not sure. I don't think I want those. And I don't want to take the time to tea dye them. These ones are already sort of naturally yellowed. I love the little kittens. That's kind of grimy. No, not you. Not you. Hold on. I tea dyed some violet papers. A couple days ago. And I've got them in my press to hopefully avoid having to iron them. Come on, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let's go. Come on. You little stinker. Come on. Thank you. Where are they? Come on out. There we go. Oh, cute. Oh, they turned out nice. I did, hold on. This stationery set came with envelopes too, but they took a little longer to dry, and they're still drying. That's not bad. They came out all right. Oh, they're pretty. All right, I'm going to use a couple of these. They smell nice. I think they were scented originally. So now they smell like tea and violets or lavender. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is start folding a few. So that I can at least start deciding how many signatures I'm going to do, but I'm not going to necessarily start folding these pretty ones because a lot of them, I think I'm going to fold them off center here and there so that we can show the cute, if they've got a cute little thingamajiggy. I can at least get these ready and get my little arrows, my little post-it note arrows on them. I hit my stores today. I don't like to get caught up in the frenzy, but I also don't want to be foolish. And one of my subbies, you know who you are. You went out to Walmart the other night and spent $120 on Lysol and Clorox and Purell and all those things. And you know what? I thought, boy, she's smart. What a good thing to do. So I actually went out this morning, and it's just the two of us. It's just hubby and I, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared. So I bought quite a few big bottles of Purell and Clorox wipes. I want to put a container in both of our cars. Oh, jeepers, I'm sorry. I want to put container in our cars, a bottle and a container. Sorry, let me make sure I'm still even. There. The numbers are still low in Canada, but it's just bound to rise. It's a flu. This COVID-19. It's also called the coronavirus. It's going to go up. Guess I better turn that way. So, I guess we can do what we can do. They said masks do nothing. Masks only help if the sick person is wearing it. It does not help protect healthy people. So, although I do have some masks, I can't remember why I have them. Oh, I remember why. I was sick once, and I was taking care of both of my parents, my mom and my dad. My dad has since passed, but my mom and my dad both had severe COPD. And their COPD is so bad, a cold could kill them. And I was sick, and I was their only caregiver. So I left that a bit longer, because I can always trim it off. Anyhow, so I've got some masks left over, because when I would go over to take care of them, I would put a mask on. Yep, that's good. So I do have masks, so I guess in case hubby or I do catch this. Unfortunately, I'm quite safe. I'm quite a homebody. Except for going out to the grocery store, which I know is bad. Or else visiting family. And my mom, you know. I'm a homebody, but my husband works with the public. And he's very much provides an essential service. So I worry for his safety. He's had his regular flu shot, but this, who knows? This new bizarre virus, and it's here. We've got it in Canada, and I think we've got 2 cases that they can't explain where it came from, because they like to try and do the, you know, the 7 steps from Kevin Bacon sort of thing to find out the origin. So I'm trying not to get caught up in any kind of panic, because it doesn't do any good, but it also doesn't do any good to pretend that this is not a serious situation, because it's very much a serious situation. For me, it's serious. If I get sick, I cannot go out and see my mother, and I'm pretty well the only person in this world right now that she remembers. So she's the one I worry about. Most of the rest of the people in our family are strong and healthy. We have a few people with asthma, so they worry me. They already have an existing lung disease. We'll get through this. Fortunately, our government up here in Canada seems to be taking it very seriously, and testing and that sort of thing. So anyhow, just thinking out loud here, but anyhow, I took this subby's wise example when she went out the other night and purchased sanitizing equipment, and I thought, you know what, I can at least do that much. So I did. This morning I went out. Oh, I gotta trim that. It's too tall. I can at least do that, and I did. Now, hopefully this flu will be similar to the regular flu season, and hopefully it'll ease up once the warmer weather arrives. And hopefully it won't be without too much loss. Alrighty, let's see where we are. I liked the, I was able to successfully fix the, I got my thumb stuck on one of the edge of the gold trim of the cover while it was still damp and smudged it a bit. But I was able to successfully repair it. I let it dry. I sanded it a little bit to rough it up again. I applied a bit more of the gold gilding wax, and then I reapplied Mod Podge back over that again, and it, oh boy, I almost hit you again, sorry, came out nice. And then I thought, I'm not tempting fate on this, and I took it right downstairs and sealed it. All right, so I think those will be my front covers. I still am planning that I may have to trim them back. This, I want to put lace along the edge. So if you're wondering, Catherine, that's not even. Yes, I'm aware it's not even. Those ends. Now, is that a small or a large curve? I think that's the large curve. Oh, and I just banged you again. Sorry. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Boy, we've been shoveling snow for the past few days. Fortunately, it's been light and fluffy. Not too bad. Okay. AH, attractive home. Come on, down you go. Thank you. Good. Now, all of these guys. Let's see what I want to put in the first one. I love that one. I think I'll put some swans and... Are those swans or geese? I think they're geese. Yeah, they're not swans. What am I thinking? That's not the neck of a swan. That. So that would mean 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if I should put one more larger blank in. I should have just trimmed all of these while I did them all at once. I'm going to do that now. Sorry, this is a really dull entry, but for those of you who are like me and you're just diehard Craft Along With Me fans, this is it. This is the drudgery of some of the stages of making a journal. All these papers were all from thrift stores. All of them, even the blank paper. Keep my eye out, and I find them at thrift stores. I'm really itching for my Kirby Church book sale to come back. It's too soon yet. We still got another month of winter. We can still get some harsh weather in March. So they will not open. They don't have heating in the building. So I believe they open at some point in April. They don't mind it being cold. Like, they are open right up into... rats, I moved that too soon. They're open right up until the end of November here in Canada. It can be very cold, and we can get snow. So they just bundle up, put their coats on inside the building, and tough it out. But it's too much to... Well, first of all, December is too much to ask of them. That's family time for most people. And this is a little church fundraiser, so I suspect they very much celebrate Christmas. I hate when I do this. But I think it's April. I'll have to check. And when I spoke to them the last time I was there, the one gentleman, a lovely man, and of course now I can't remember his name. He was saying that another church up in Peterborough, which is near us, it's about 45 minutes north of us, they phoned him up and said, "We've got some boxes of books. Would you be interested?" And he said, "Absolutely." And they said, "We have 130 boxes of books. Are you still interested?" And he said, "Absolutely." So I'm really hoping for some new goodies when I go back in April. As if I need them. I hesitate to show you my shelves over there. Perhaps if I worked faster, I could pound out lots and lots of journals, but for me, it's the journey of the art that, where does it take you, and do you enjoy it while you're on your way? And that's, for me, what it's all about. I just enjoy this so much. Hubby and I were talking today about, we're always talking about, when will it be time to downsize our houses yet again. We downsized our house when all the children finally left home, and we didn't need the big house, and plus we wanted to move. Most of our children had moved out to this little town, and we were spending most of our time on the road, and we thought, why don't we just move where they are? So we did. And we got a smaller house, but it's still, I think it's still too big for two people. But at the time, the market was kind of booming, and it was one of those markets where if you saw a house you liked, you needed to put in an offer within hours because they were just being snapped up. So this one met everything on our list, except for there was too many front stairs. But we were still quite young. I mean, I'm 60. I'm hopefully going to be climbing stairs for at least another 10 years before I need to live all on one level. Doesn't hurt me to get a bit of exercise, but we're still keeping in the back of our mind what our plans are for when we do downsize yet again. And it's funny because we were talking about, well, what would we need? And we'd like to do a condo. And of course, it also is determined by our little friend Dot, because there's no moving. As long as we've got Dot, she needs her little yard. But at some point, we'll be able to move to something smaller. And we were saying, well, we could get a 2-bedroom, we'd like 2-bathroom condo. And then we, of course, had to decide, well, where do the TVs go? Because he needs a TV watching room. And I said, yeah, but if you need a TV watching room, I need a craft room. I've got to have a craft room. So then we decided, I don't watch a lot of TV. And I said, you know what, sweetie, you could have the living room TV and give me the second bedroom to me for a craft room. And he said, you know what, that sounds good. So there we go. All right, so I think these are the main pages that we'll work with, and then I'm going to fit in some little stationery pages. Okay. All right, we're getting there. It starts, you can see these start feeling more like a book. All right, so I don't want to fold you on top of that. You're going to be shorter. You're going to go this way, or do I want to offset you? Yeah, because then I could sew on a tip out there. All right, how wide are you? I don't mind if it doesn't go all the way out. There we go. All right. I'm going to add something to this side to bring it out longer, but I don't know yet what it'll be. That way, that pretty side is still there. And then kittens. Kittens. Let's do kittens. I'll do you sideways. I hope this is a good idea. I could very well film another entry tomorrow, and you could click start and I'll say, well, I threw it all out. I'm doing this, not that. I've been known to do that. Now that's too tall, but I'm just going to put it in for now anyways. Put you in there. I think I want to also go through my little old vintage greeting card book. Maybe I'll put you up high. And put some greeting cards in. Don't worry, those will get trimmed. No, see, I'm not liking this. I thought I would like it, and I'm not. I'm not going to write it off yet, but I'm not enjoying it. Maybe I just need to shuffle. Let's shuffle, shall we? That's a little better. I don't mind that so much, especially if I get my lace chomper out and lace chomp that edge. That would look pretty because it would be sticking out there. I don't like that white. I'm going to have to do something about that, but I'll do something about that later. All right, 2. You can have yellow and a little fairy person. And what else? Maybe blue polka dots and Victorian people. That's white too. Not happy. You know what? I guess I better look at the timer. I could be running way over. Oh my goodness.